Hello everyone. In this video, I will discuss social comparison theory. Social comparison theory helps us understand the process of comparison that we unconsciously engage in during our lives. Through this lecture, we will explore how social comparison influences our self-esteem, motivation, and overall sense of happiness. Social comparison theory, introduced by Festinger, posits that individuals have an inherent drive to evaluate their own opinions and abilities. When objective standards are unavailable, individuals assess themselves through comparison with others. This foundational concept has profoundly influenced the understanding of human behavior within various contexts, including organizational settings. The importance of social comparison theory in understanding organizational behavior is significant. In the workplace, employees constantly engage in comparison with their peers, influencing a wide range of outcomes from well-being and work behavior. Understanding the dynamics of social comparison can aid in fostering a more positive organizational culture, enhancing motivation, and mitigating potential negative effects such as envy and reduced self-esteem. The application of social comparison theory in organizational behavior extends beyond mere recognition of its existence. It requires a nuanced understanding of how comparisons are made, the conditions under which they occur, and their effects on individual and group behavior. The origins of social comparison theory trace back to the seminal work of Leon Festinger in 1954. Festinger introduced the theory as a framework for understanding how individuals evaluate their own opinions and abilities in the absence of objective measures, positing that people compare themselves to others to gain this understanding. This groundbreaking concept laid the foundation for subsequent research in both psychology and organizational behavior. Following its introduction, the theory underwent a significant evolution, expanding beyond its initial psychological focus to include applications in organizational studies. Researchers began exploring the implication of social comparison in workplace settings, examining how employees compare themselves to peers in terms of performance, job satisfaction, and career success. This expansion highlighted the theory's relevance to understanding dynamics within organizations, such as motivation, competition, and team cohesion. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, social comparison theory further evolved to incorporate the impact of new technologies and social media on comparison processes. The digital age introduced new arenas for comparison, significantly affecting individuals' perceptions of self and others in both personal and professional contexts. This period also saw increased attention to the emotional and psychological effects of social comparison, including its impact on well-being and mental health. Social comparison theory has several core principles that explain how individuals assess their own abilities and opinions. Among these principles, the concepts of upward and downward social comparisons, the role of similarity in comparison processes, and the impact of these comparisons on self-evaluation and self-esteem are fundamental. Upward social comparison occurs when individuals compare themselves with others who are perceived to be better off or superior in certain aspects. This type of comparison can motivate self-improvement, but may also lead to feelings of inadequacy or decreased self-esteem. Conversely, downward social comparison involves comparing oneself with others who are perceived to be worse off, which can enhance self-esteem, but potentially at the cost of complacency or decreased motivation for self-improvement. The similarity principle posits that individuals are more likely to compare themselves with others who are similar to them in relevant aspects. This similarity increases the relevance of the comparison and can influence the impact of both upward and downward comparisons on an individual's self-evaluation and self-esteem. Similarity serves as a critical factor in determining the comparison target and moderates the effects of social comparison. Social comparison plays a significant role in self-evaluation and the formation of self-esteem. Through upward and downward comparisons, individuals gain information about their abilities and opinions, which in turn influences their self-perception and self-worth. The outcomes of these comparisons can have profound psychological effects, affecting an individual's motivation, satisfaction, and overall well-being. Social comparison theory initially developed to understand how individuals evaluate their opinions and abilities has profound implications in organizational settings. In the following 3 slides, we explore the application of social comparison theory in the workplace, highlighting how employees use social comparison to assess fairness, competence, and job satisfaction. They also refer to the role of social comparison in influencing team dynamics and workplace culture. In organizational settings, social comparison theory explains how employees evaluate their work conditions, remuneration, and career progression relative to their peers. This evaluative process influences their motivation, job satisfaction, and perception of organizational fairness. For instance, equity theory, an extension of social comparison theory, suggests that employees assess their input-output ratio in comparison with others as a measure of fairness. Employees frequently engage in upward and downward comparison to assess their competence, fairness of treatment, and job satisfaction. For example, upward comparison might lead an employee to strive for higher performance upon observing a more successful colleague. Conversely, downward comparison might provide comfort to an employee in a less favorable position, though it may also deter motivation for improvement. Social comparison within teams can significantly affect cooperation, competition, and overall team performance. Team members' perceptions of their relative standing can either motivate improvement or foster resentment and disengagement, depending on the context of the comparison. Furthermore, the prevalence of social comparison processes can shape workplace culture, influencing norms around collaboration, competition, and recognition. Social comparison theory offers a nuanced understanding of how individuals perceive and evaluate themselves relative to others. Within organizational settings, this theory elucidates a dual-edged sword: the motivational drive fostered by upward comparison and the potential demoralization stemming from downward comparison. In the following 3 slides, we explore these dynamics, offering a strategy for managing social comparison's effects among employees effectively. Upward social comparison, wherein individuals compare themselves to those they perceive as superior or more successful, can serve as a powerful motivational tool. This form of comparison often inspires individuals to elevate their performance standards and achieve personal growth. Studies have shown that upward comparison can enhance motivation and foster a mindset geared towards learning and improvement. Conversely, downward social comparison, which occurs when individuals compare themselves with others perceived to be less successful or inferior, can have detrimental effects. While it might temporarily boost self-esteem, it can also lead to complacency and decreased motivation. Organizations can implement several strategies to manage the effects of social comparison and foster a positive work environment. First, encouraging a culture that values collaboration over competition can mitigate the negative impacts of social comparison. Recognize team achievement alongside individual successes can promote a sense of unity and collective growth. Second, providing employees with personalized goals and feedback can help focus their attention on personal growth and self-improvement rather than constant comparison with others. Third, encouraging a growth mindset among employees, wherein challenges are seen as opportunities for learning and growth, can reduce the negative effects of downward comparisons and enhance the positive impacts of upward comparisons. The advent of the digital age and the proliferation of virtual work environments has significantly influenced how social comparison theory is understood and applied in contemporary settings. In the following two slides, we delve into recent research focusing on the impact of social media on employee behavior and the influence of virtual work environments on social comparison processes. The digital age, characterized by the ubiquitous presence of social media, has transformed the landscape of social comparison. Platforms such as LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook provide continuous opportunities for individuals to compare themselves with others, impacting their self-perception and behavior in the workplace. Research indicates that social media can exacerbate feelings of envy and inadequacy among employees, affecting job satisfaction and mental well-being. The shift towards virtual work environments has further complicated the dynamics of social comparison. While physical office settings offer clear, observable benchmarks for comparison, virtual environments lack these tangible cues, leading to altered comparison processes. Employees may rely more on online indicators of success, such as email communication frequency or visibility in virtual meetings, to gauge their standing relative to peers. This shift can influence perceptions of fairness, competence, and inclusion within teams, highlighting the need for a new strategy to manage social comparison effectively in remote settings. The understanding of social comparison theory is crucial for managers and leaders aiming to foster positive organizational cultures and improve outcomes. Awareness of social comparison dynamics can enable managers to design strategies that mitigate its negative impacts while amplifying positive aspects. Recognizing the triggers and outcomes of both upward and downward comparisons can help in structuring teams, tasks, and feedback in ways that promote healthy competition and personal growth. Based on the tenet of SCT research, let me suggest some tips for managers. First, ensure that policies and decisions are transparent and the rewards are clearly linked to performance. This reduces perceptions of unfairness that can exacerbate negative social comparison. Second, celebrate a variety of achievement and skill across the team, not just those that are easily quantifiable. This approach can help individuals see value in diverse contributions, reducing envy and negative comparison. Third, facilitate environments where employees can share challenges and achievements. Peer support and mentorship can transform potentially harmful comparison into opportunities for learning and mutual growth. Finally, foster an environment that encourages healthy comparison, which creates opportunities for employees to aspire to higher standards while ensuring they do not feel diminished by the achievements of others. This can be achieved by setting individualized goals that are challenging yet achievable and emphasizing personal progress over competition. Social comparison plays a crucial role in shaping behaviors, attitudes, and perceptions within organizational settings. Research has highlighted the dual nature of social comparisons, how they can serve as a source of motivation and self-improvement, but also lead to negative emotions and behaviors when not properly managed. The digital age and the rise of virtual work environments have introduced new dimensions to social comparison processes, with social media and online platforms facilitating constant and immediate comparisons that can affect employees' self-esteem and job performance. Managers and leaders are thus tasked with navigating these challenges, employing strategy to harness the positive aspects of social comparison while mitigating its negative effects. Understanding the mechanisms of social comparison can empower organizations to create more supportive, equitable, and resilient working cultures that are conducive to both individual and collective growth. Moreover, the theory's insights into human behavior are essential for developing effective leadership strategies, designing motivational systems, and fostering a positive organizational culture. The principles of social comparison theory offer a robust framework for enhancing organizational outcomes and employee satisfaction. Thank you for watching.